Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are preparing for our first hurricane. So welcome to Florida, right? We are expecting just a small, I think it's supposed to be like a category 1 Hurricane Nicole. I think it's still a tropical storm, but is expected to make landfall as category 1 here in Florida. And where we are located, we are not on the coast, but we are expected to get hurricane force winds, and we could get 4 to 5 inches of rain. So we're just preparing. We have been through a tropical storm before. We were actually oceanfront at the beach for Tropical Storm Elsa. And so we've been through that before, so I'm not really concerned. It is our first hurricane, but also it's our first storm in general since moving to Florida. And so anytime you move anywhere, it's kind of every place is a little bit different in terms of what happens during storms. So what I mean is that before we bought our first house back in Virginia, we lived in an apartment in a city, and we would lose power often during storms, but the power would usually come back on pretty quickly. When we bought our first home, it was out in the country in a more rural setting, and we did not lose power often during storms, but when we did, it would usually be out for a good chunk of time. So this is our first time having a storm here in our new home, and so it's just kind of a period of adjustment of figuring out, okay, what does it take for this area, this home to lose power? When it does, how quick does it come back on, and we will learn that with time, but that hasn't happened yet. So I'm just kind of preparing. Also, I'm an Enneagram 6. If you know anything about Enneagram, you're like, totally makes sense that she is preparing. So that's the long version of what you're gonna see in this video and why I'm preparing the way I'm preparing. I am a person who likes to be prepared for worst case scenarios. It just helps me feel better. Again, Enneagram 6. So that's kind of what's happening. I really don't anticipate anything other than, obviously, we might lose power. So I'm just kind of preparing for in case we lose power, and if our water supply were in some way to be contaminated. I'm taking different precautions to make sure that we have what we need. So this video is all about what we're doing for our first hurricane. I have family and friends in Florida who have been through hurricanes, and I also am a researcher and a planner by nature. So I feel like I'm covering most of the bases, so stay tuned, and should be interesting. I also wanted to mention I look like this because I just got out of the shower, freshly saved, freshly showered, all clean, hair washed, just in case we do lose power. It's nice that my legs are shaved and I'm clean and I smell good and I have fresh, clean hair, so that I don't have to feel like I'm sitting in filth for days, worst case scenario. So that's a big tip in it. If you ever are where there's a hurricane, you want to make sure you get a fresh shower and shave before you potentially lose power. So my husband showered this morning. I showered. My skin looks pretty terrible right now, but I don't think I'm gonna put on makeup because I don't want to have to deep cleanse my face tonight. So this is what you get for this video. All right, anyways, moving on. So I have brewed a full carafe of coffee, and once that cools down, I'm gonna put it in that pitcher so that if we lose power, at least we will have some coffee to drink tomorrow and or Friday, worst case scenario. I'm not going without coffee. I'm charging our devices right now. So I've got this going. I've got my laptop charging over there, portable chargers, laptops, all that. I've got our last load of clothes going in the washer, and then in the dryer I've got our bedding going. And then once that's all done, I will make the guest bed. because the guest bed is like there's no trees or anything out that window. So if we did get crazy wind and, you know, worst case scenario, something fell on the house, this room would probably be the safest. So some fresh bed sheets will be nice in case we need to sleep in here. My son has been protesting his bed, so fun times. 2 loaves of delicious banana bread. So let's see if I can prop you up here. I'm tired and I'm really hungry. So we just ordered Mexican food from the local place because my thinking was I have been having chicken salad for lunch, and I was like, why don't we save the canned chicken in case we lose power? So that's how I got my Mexican food for lunch. Our bedding is fully washed. I just folded like 4 loads of laundry, and I'm about to put 1 more in the dryer, and then I'd like to wash the guest room bedding as well. So that's that. I'm so hungry and so tired. In just general prep, now that we are Florida residents and we will have many a natural disaster, hurricane throughout our time here, I'm sure. I ordered some, I was gonna just order 1 life straw. Okay, so first off, if you don't know what a life straw is, let's see if I can find like a visual. Okay, so you can see they're like drinking water from a stream. So a life straw is basically a filtered straw. Like, so it just filters your water as you're drinking it. You don't have to do anything. You just open this package and go. It's great for like if you have an outdoor enthusiast, someone who really likes hiking in your family or friend circle, hunters, you know, whatever. But it's also really great for emergency preparedness, just in case you're ever in a situation where you need drinkable water. A life straw is great. Anyways, I was gonna order one from Amazon, and I went on and they were 70% off. And I was like, what the heck? So I ordered 2. I don't know if I'm gonna like keep the second one for us or if I'm gonna like give it to someone for Christmas, because it's like really nice. I cannot believe how cheap I got it. So I will link it down below if you're not familiar with Life Straw, but I've got 2 of those. Not necessarily for this storm, just that like while I was in the hurricane preparedness mindset, I thought might as well get that. And we very well may invest in a generator at some point as well, since we are Florida residents now and we'll be dealing with this not often, but more often than we did in the mountains of Virginia. So anyways, that's the update. My Mexican food is here and I'm hangry, so I'm gonna eat. Hello. It is really chilly. Like I could wear a jacket and sweatpants. It's cold. But anyways, I think the hurricane is supposed to make landfall in maybe like a couple hours. We haven't had drastic rain or wind, so far a whole lot of nothing. But hey, we're prepared. We're ready. All right, here's your evening update. I don't know if you can hear the rain in the background there, but the rain has been going pretty steadily. We have quite a bit of shade and coverage in our backyard from trees, so we're really not getting a ton. I can see like through the tree gap down the hill that it's raining pretty steady, but it's really chilly. It has cooled down a lot. So come on, baby girl. That is the current situation. So we'll see. It's supposed to basically hit us at like 3 in the morning, so hopefully we'll all be asleep and it will be uneventful. I am gonna go to bed. I don't feel very good, so I'll keep you posted. Good morning. We are in the worst of it. The worst of what we will get now. Just a lot of wind, like the lanai is like soaking wet. A lot of wind and rain. There's some debris, like small sticks and stuff out there, but also I feel like that we brought everything in from outside, so the lanai is a dump, but I feel like that tree is more bent than it was. Also, some of those palm fronds look a little stripped over there. So, good morning. Last night was mostly uneventful, other than that the wind set off our security system, so the alarm went off at 4 a.m. And I'm just out to kind of survey. Right now we're getting the worst winds that we're gonna get, so I'll show you. So right now we've just got like a lot of leaves, like super small debris. Got some more leaves and debris. Over here, just small little things. Kind of surprised those, like, they look like grapes, but they're like seeds. I'm kind of surprised those haven't fallen off in the wind. Alright, so we have cleaned up from the storm and gotten up most of the debris. And everything's all good. We didn't have any major stuff blown away or any major debris, just what I had shown you earlier, so that's great. Overall, it was for us a very low-key storm, which is, you know, good. We were prepared, and now we'll have those preparations for the next time, which hurricane season I think is over now, so we should have a little bit before we have to even think about that again. But anyways, thanks so much for tuning in and watching, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my content coming up, and I'll see you next time.